put your hands together as we welcome Reverend Masambu to talk to us, share experiences. You can encourage him with a better hand clap, until he's here with me.
I want to share with you 3 and 7 things. How many things? How many things? What did I say? 3 and 7 things. Let's go together. How many things? 3 and 7 things. Now the 3 things are titled How to Position Yourself to Attract Success in Life. Because let me tell you, the best success, Dr. Wafula, is the one that you attract. Because once you have set the environment that attracts success, success will always follow you because you have already set the environment. But if you don't set that kind of environment, you will not have that success. The success that you attract, you position yourself to attract. You see, like now, for example, in the universities, wakati mwingine mtu alisema hivi, there is a saying among the Bukusus that the only animal that doesn't know its value and that is every day carrying value is an elephant. He doesn't know that he is carrying ivory. Did you know that some of the students in this college don't know that they are in one of the most important universities on planet Earth, where they have mentorship programs and where they have this kind of program that we are having today? They don't know that. What this session is doing, what these speakers are doing, is to help you position yourself to attract what? My friends, to attract what? Success. How do you position yourself to attract success? And I'm giving you 3 things on that. Number 1, if you want to attract success in life, number 1 thing, raise your standards. Raise your standards. Want us to say it together? What are we supposed to do? Number 1, tuaje tufanye kama wanafunzi wazuri wa primary na wa high school, mpaka wewe mwenyewe pia unainua mkono. Let's go together. Raise. Now that's ondoa your standards and personalize it. Let's go together. Raise my standards. The standards that you espouse are the standards that will meet you. If you keep to these standards, you attract these standards. If you raise the standards, you get those standards. If you raise them again, you get those things again. Raising standards. Now I want to give you the meaning of raising standards. I want you to write the meaning, because if you don't get the meaning, it will be just another cliché, and I don't want that. Number 1, this is what raising standards mean. It is to expect. It is to expect and demand more from myself first and then others. It is to expect and demand more from myself first and then from others. What is the problem in Africa? The problem in Africa, Daktari, is that we expect and demand more from others while doing absolutely nothing. That's the problem of Africa. We expect and demand. Angalia, mtu anazaa mtoto. Alikuwa ni nani anazungumza hii maneno? Alikuwa governor anatembea. Anasema kwamba mtu wewe mwenyewe ndio ulitunga mke yako mimba. Alafu wakati mke anaenda kujifungua, unakuja unaambia watu kwamba hata nimekuchuna na pesa ya kumtoa wapi? Hospitali. Na ulipomtunga mimba alikaa miaka mingapi? Miezi mingapi? 9. Wasichana, kama ungekuwa umekaa karibu na ndugu, ungemuuliza ndugu, na hii ndevu yako kweli? Yaani hakuna akili. Lakini sasa wadada, inua mikono tuone mmewaambia wa ndugu hiyo swali. That's good. So we expect Like now today, everybody is expecting the government to do this, the government to do that. What are you doing? In the 60s, you remember when President J.F. Kennedy won the election of America, he asked fellow Americans, he said, fellow Americans, today, let us not ask ourselves what the government will do for us. Ask ourselves, what is it we can do for our country? Are you getting that? Well, that is demanding and expecting. If I'm a literature teacher, if I'm a teacher of English and literature in English, I have got to put a demand on myself to wake up very early in the morning, read the said books, all of them, master the said books. If I'm going to teach the KIBABII, or I'm going to teach Romeo and Juliet, if I'm going to read anything, government inspector, or I'm going to teach Kusadikika, ama kisima cha Kiningi, let me read that book. Let me be pregnant with that book. Let me have all the info within me, so that when I stand in front of my students, I talk and prove that I know what I know. So what are you supposed to do if you want to attract success in your life? What are you supposed to do, my friends? Now raise your standards by doing a good resume. What you are talking about. Write a very good. Wacha niwaambie, I thought madam, kama ningejua ningekutumia samples of resumes nimepokea kwa wanafunzi, kwa vijana wetu. Unashangaa kama alisoma ama mtu alichukua tu kofia ya graduation akamweka kwa kichwa. Mwingine ameniandikia email juzi, ameniandikia walikuwa wanataka kazi, nikawaambia kwamba wanatuma wazazi. Kama waje nikwambie, kama wewe uko hapa na ni mtu ambaye unaambia mama maisogolera kwa mheshimiwa mai ni baba kazi ni you are a stupid fool and you must end that stupidity today and become and take charge of your own life. I tell you that. If you want me to help you, don't even go through Dr. Wafula. Get hold of Michael Masambu. Are you getting that? Get hold of me. Build a relationship with me. Don't go behind your mother. So what are you supposed to do? Number one? Say it louder. Let's go. Let's go together. Raise my standards. This means even in the way you dress. The way you dress. I was in Wisconsin, 2016. It was springtime like now, and the sun was shining, so the temperatures were good, something like 11 degrees Celsius. Hiyo ni mzuri sana, because we have come from the negatives. So I'm standing out na shati langu la kitenge. Vijana wa African Americans wawili wakaniona, and they came. Hi man. I said, hi. Man, the way your shine is very good. You come from Africa? I said, yes. And the boys went and, we really like to come to Africa, because in Africa we hear that a man is allowed to marry several wives. That's real cool. Okay. But then they picked up an argument. They said, in this country, man, as people of African ancestry, people give us no job. They give us no job. You know the English. They give us no job. And so I'm like, they give you no job? I said, okay, that's okay then. Then I said, and in the meantime, Madam Chrissy, jamaa amevaa longi amefungia hapa. Na wanaume hapa na underwear ngapi? Kiwili. Kwa underwear moja kumefika hapa, na kwa underwear nyingine kunafika wapi? Hapa. Na kulongi hapa. Sasa twende pamoja, hapa ni kulani? Kulongi. Hapa kwa underwear namba? Hapa ni kulani? So me, I'm like, excuse me. So and I said, what did you say? They give us no job. They don't give us no job. They don't give you no job. I said, do you know why? No. I said, did you know that the way you are dressed today, if I took you to Matibo village where my mother is, if she's looking for a hard boy, my mother will not employ you. I told that American boy, and they were like, yes. I said, you are not employed. Will you employ that guy to be a houseboy? Na watoto wako wasichana. Si ni timu mafisi. Okay. Hey, number one, what are you supposed to do, ladies and gentlemen? What is the meaning of raising standards? It is to expect and do what? Demand. And do more from who? Myself first, before I expect and demand from other people. You want government to employ you. What is it that you are doing that can attract someone to employ you? Is it just a paper called a degree? That's number one. Raise your standards. Demand a lot from yourself. As you go to attend an interview, ask yourself, am I dressed properly? Demand a lot from yourself. Stand before the mirror, in front of the mirror. Look at yourself. Put a demand on yourself. Madam is going to talk about marriage. If you truly want to get married to an honorable woman, are you honorable? Kama wewe kwa nyumba yako watu wanatunganga tu foleni, you are the only bull that services every she animal. So whom are you expecting to marry? Tutaoa tu jambazi kama wewe. What are you supposed to do? Your point nataka ingie katika akili yetu. What are you supposed to do? I just want you to sit down and ask yourself, are my standards proper? The way I dress, the way I carry myself, the way I manage my bedroom, the way I manage everything, the way I manage my notes, the way I manage my lessons, my everything. Am I really working as a dignified person? Like Mpendwa, kwa nini wiki mbili to graduation ndio nakumbuka ya kwamba ulikuwa na deni shuleni? Kwa nini mwezi mmoja kwa graduation ndio nakumbuka ya kwamba kuna karatasi hukufanya? Yaani wewe umerogwa, akili ilienda safari. That means you are not expecting and demanding more from yourself. Number two. Unaona hiyo number 1 inakashirisha watu, waje tuone kwa number 2. Number 2 inaweza kukupatia tumaini kidogo. Number 2. If you really want to attract success, change your limiting beliefs. Because in us, there are limiting beliefs. Dr. Christie, one can be as qualified as yourself, but still look at yourself, I'm just a woman. Every opportunities come, but you don't want to go for those opportunities because you are just what? A woman. There is a limiting belief within you that is killing you. A limiting belief that after your graduation, you cannot go and engage in some business. Mimi nimeuza mtumba. Nauza nguo za mtumba. Na wewe unafikiria kwamba mimi like wasichana wangu kama sasa hivi na graduate namna hivi na mtu akwambia kwamba sina pesa, sijui tutakusaidia namna gani, but while we are still waiting, I have 10,000 here. Na hapa tunakaa karibu hapa na hii college, wanafunzi wanapenda kula chips sana. Chukua karaya, anza kupika nini? Chips. Hapa naambia ati nini? Ni check it before. Yaani mimi nafanana na kupika chips. Sasa wenye wao wanapika chips ni nani? Daktari, you have been to my home, right? Mimi nina ng'ombe wa maziwa, nina ng'ombe wa nyama. At a certain point, I was the main dairy farmer in Bungoma County. And I want to tell you something. Tunauza vitu, sisi tunauza kuni. Tununua miti, tunapasua kuni, tunajaza tractor, liko na tractor, tunapeleka sokoni, ninapata pesa. Mimi, my wife does the same. Tunanunua ndizi, tunaivisha na tunauza. I mean, we do business. I go to UK, around Cambridge, there is a big auction place inaitwa Chesney. Nanunua kwamba tractor, nanunua tractors na generators, naleta hapa Kenya, nauza. I buy keyboards, sound system, naleta hapa, ninauza when I'm free, because I just finished Sunday service, madam. I finished Sunday service. One day kuna mwanafunzi mmoja wa hii university aliniuliza, pastor, tuwe tumekuwa na wewe hapa kwa service. Then on Monday ananiona niko wapi? I'm working in London. And from London to Cambridge, nachukua train naenda Cambridge, and I'm buying tractors, and on Wednesday niko Kenya. Let me tell you, a few years ago, madam, tukijuana na wewe, akili yangu ilikuwa hivi, full time who? Pastor. Anategemea nini? Sadaka ya watu. In 2001, someone taught me what I'm teaching. And this is now the message I'm teaching pastors. And I said, you have got to work. Nikajaribu kufanya kazi, and I have seen how it pays and how it helps me even do more ministry. Because I can, ukiuliza wiki jana na Brian, atakwambia kwamba most of the programs in the church, hata nimeita huyu daktari kuja kuzungumza, and I will take care of all my speakers. I'll pay them, like if it is 20,000 or 15,000 each, I will pay them from my own pocket without going to the Brian, who pays for electricity bill ya kanisa? Yes. And we pay 6,000 every week. We are heavy consumers. My home is also 6,000 shillings every week for electricity. That's what I do. Now listen. Madam Christine, I had to change that mindset ya kufikiria kwamba ninaishi kwa kutegemea nini? Sadaka. Na ninaenda kuhubiri ili wanipatie transport. Nikatoa hiyo kwa hesabu. Mimi nikawa tu ni mhubiri. And that's what I do. I travel and preach in America, like wakati nimekuwa Marekani from February to March, and I did 29 speaking engagements. And I was hopping from one state to another state, paying my own air tickets. Mzungu hajawahi nilipia ticket, nilikataa. Because I came to realize that the God that I serve is the same God that they serve. There is no difference between God, the God in Africa and the God in America. So change your limiting beliefs. And I want you to interrogate yourself. What are some of the limiting beliefs within you? Belief systems that are hindering your progress. What are these belief systems? Belief system that I'm just a woman. A belief system that, I had a child out of wedlock, so I don't think I will ever get married. A belief system that is terrible, that is demeaning. A belief system that I had fibroids and they removed my uterus, I don't think I will ever get married. There are people outside there who are willing to marry you for as long as you tell the whole story. But you limit, there are limiting beliefs within you. Those limiting beliefs must be knocked down. And I want to put it in the Bible context. The Apostle Paul, writing to the Corinthians in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3 up to 6, anasema hivi: even though we walk in the flesh, we don't make war according to the flesh. And he says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God in pulling down what? Strongholds. What are strongholds? Belief systems and imaginations in our heads, imaginations, belief systems that we are Africans, belief system that I must be employed in order for me to succeed. That belief system, you must knock it down. Make yourself a brand. These 4 gentlemen, the group that I had earlier, Gina Mutulia, I think some of you know Mutulia. Another one was who? The rest is Mutulia and who? Okay, there's a team that I've had. Some came from this university. Actually, I have employed up to about 10 graduates of this university. Yes. And let me tell you something. Madam, I realize when you give these young people 10,000 a month, 12,000 a month, or 15,000 a month, or 20,000 a month, they are home and dry. Yani walifika. Well, mimi napata imagine 10,000. 10,000. 10,000. 10,000. So I changed the system of paying. Do you know how I pay these days, Madam Christine? I pay you for the work that you did. And I pay every Monday. Kwa sababu tumegundua kwamba ukilipa watu pesa Ijumaa wanazikula zote. Lakini ukimlipa Monday anafanya investment. Ukilipa mtu pesa Friday anaenda kurusha, wanataka kusema ndio kurusha nini? Roho ama fanya nini? Kule kwetu Kamkuya anasema anaenda kupikia mwili pole vile uliumia. So now these guys, these gentlemen, ask them. They are making more money than what I used to pay them per month. Because now, if that young man edits, like if he gets a job, like during graduation and he comes here and the college gives him a job, they do the work and they make a documentary. If the documentary is giving me this amount of money, he can still earn even 20,000 in a week. But he can also earn nothing. You did nothing, you earn nothing. Change your limiting belief. Now listen, an employer is not looking for jobless people to help them with salary. An employer is looking for a resource person. An employer is looking for a partner who is coming to add value in the corporation. That's what an employer is looking for. An employer is not looking for jobless people. Most of these brothers anafikiria tu unakuja tu hata kuandikia barua, madam, kuna barua siku nyingine nitakutumia hizo barua usome. Yaani sasa mimi mwanafunzi wa university ananiandikia. Hi Pazi. That's an official letter. I'm telling you the truth. And I have so many of them. Basi yani mimi niko vile unaniona namna gani kuna ma stress. Yani basi kweli nataka tu nipatie tu job yoyote. That is a student writing, a graduate writing. Change your limiting belief. No employer is looking for jobless people to give them a job. Every employer is looking for partners with whom he can achieve his dreams. Mnanielewa vizuri? And that is why, let me tell you, these days, the question you will always be asked when you are looking for a job is this. Mr. Wanjala, what are you bringing on board in our corporation? Simple. What are you bringing on board in our corporation? And you say, look here. I'm coming to teach in this school of yours. I come from, I'm self-made. I did a lot of things in the morning before I went to school to raise money for my education. You tell the panel. And my dream was always to help people see life differently. So I'm not just going to be an English and literature in English teacher. I also want to become a mentor. At college, we had a whole department in KIBABII University on mentorship, and I was a member of the mentorship team. So I'm not just coming here to teach content, curriculum content. I'm also coming here to help shape students to realize the dreams of this school. I have read through the school, and you say that you want to shape future leaders. This is what I learned in KIBABII University. This is what I learned. And so you say, I want to promise you, when it comes to effective curriculum content delivery, I will do it. Because even my supervisors, where I went for teaching practice, were impressed. And in fact, I helped raise the mean of the English department from 1.7 to 3.2. You are bringing something on board. You don't say, now why do you want a job? You know, madam, and unajua mimi ni yatima. Baba yangu alikufa mwaka wa 50. Lakini mimi nikazaliwa 2002. Hey, let's go back. What are you supposed to do, number one? I did not hear, my friend. What are you supposed to do, number one? Raise your standards. Number two, change your limiting beliefs. Beliefs that kwamba nitakaa tu na mnaibina wananiandikiri kazi. Uondoa kwa kichwa chako. Believe ya kwamba mimi nashangaa. Kuna huu msemo katika lugha ya Kiswahili watu wanasema ya kwamba maskini jeuri. Mimi nimeona maskini jeuri. Mimi vijana mimi nakaa Marekani. Part of my life, half of I think sometimes kama mwaka huu, more than a half I will be in America. University graduates kama nyinyi ndio watu ambao wakati shule zimefungwa wanatafuta watu wenye mashamba ya ng'ombe. Wanaenda kuchunga nini? Ng'ombe na kukama ng'ombe. They make money. Wengine wamejifunza how to drive tractors. Anaenda kwa shamba, anachukua tractor, analipwa per hour. Now look at this. Or kama wadada kuchunga watoto and you get money. Wajana kuchunga watoto, kuchunga unga. Mtu ameenda vacation yake for 1 month. Na anakupeleka kwa nyumba yake, unaenda kulala kwake, unakula kwake, ulishe nani? Mbwa wake. And you are paid money. Sisi hapa nikachukua any one of you nikakwambia kwamba hey, leo muende mtengeneze hiyo boma ya ng'ombe. Toe samaki. Yaani hapo daktari, kijana yako huyu anaweza kuniangalia na niambia pia kwamba excuse me sir, nataka tu unicheck before. You take it before. Number three. I love number 3. Change your strategy. If the strategy that you have been using for 2 years has been failing you, why would you hold on to it? Change it. Change your strategy. You don't use, like for example, for me to increase productivity among my employees, what did I do? I changed the mode of payment. I pay you every Monday, and I pay you for the work done. And there must be proof that it was done. And as a result, these gentlemen are earning more money than the previous team I had. Sasa kuna wadada vile nimesema hawa ndugu wako wanapata pesa mzuri. Kuna wadada hapa wanataka kuomba namba za simu. Fredo usipatie mtu namba ya simu. Atakuwa akatafuta biashara. Atafuti bwana akatafuta nini? Okay, let's go on. So number one, what did we say? What are you supposed to do? Number two? Unlimited. Let us be honest, my friend. I just want you to sit down, get some time and sit down and ask yourself, what are some of the limiting beliefs I have? Limiting belief that I'm just from this, I come from this, I'm just from a poor neighborhood. All those limiting beliefs, knock them out. Say this, I can is in my makeup. Say it again. I can is in my makeup. To be a doctor, I can is in my makeup. To be a multi-millionaire, I can. To traverse the entire world as an influencer, right in your makeup, there is ability. But it is being held captive by your limiting beliefs. Belief systems that violate the purposes of God on your life. So those three are very important that I needed to share with you. Hey, my time is finished. I'm very sorry. So I'm done.
Can we appreciate him, please? A better hand, a better hand, a better hand.